Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. 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 Immigrants are welcome here.
At every detention center around the country, we know that conditions are inhumane. We know that people are literally dying. We know that people are being harmed. We know that medications are being withheld. And so we are demanding that healthcare providers, independent of DHS, be allowed access to assess and provide care and referral as needed, since we know repeatedly that DHS just lied. All our patients, including citizens, deserve to have care with dignity and safety and privacy. That means no ICE, no federal agents invading our hospitals, and we demand that our healthcare leadership, that the CEOs of these hospitals, that the senior executives of all of these hospitals and hospital networks declare publicly ICE is not welcome in healthcare facilities. Healthcare facilities are traditionally a sanctuary space that has always been respected up until the recent administration and version 1.
With my mother and my sister, holding my mother's hand and feeling her inside at such a young age, I understand what it meant to be a threat, a liability, and a burden to this country. That experience families going through this system, single mothers with children, to get their child home safely in case something happens to them.
All of the main large professional academies come out with a statement saying ICE has to stay out of healthcare facilities and that we need to have the respect of the privacy of that space for all of our patients and to come out against these illegal snatch and kidnappings and abuse of our constitutional executives. We are calling on the State Department of Health, we are calling on the City Department of Health, the Governor, the Mayor, to say ICE has to stay out of healthcare facilities.
Today, the 18th of August, we officially anoint Brad Lander as Zohran Mamdani's mascot. Because every mayor needs a mascot. You know that, right?
When I was a child, my mother, a single mother of 2 daughters, a survivor of domestic violence from Mexico, received a notice to appear in immigration. That notice placed our small family into removal proceedings in 26 Federal Plaza, the same building we're in front. We were denied our immigration relief and faced the very real threat of being detained and deported back to danger in Mexico. I came to this country when I was 7 years old, and I did not become a citizen until I was 18 years old. That was an 11-year-long immigration process that shaped every part of my childhood.
Have you had any kind of response? I know you were calling for the state from the spectrum side. Have you had any kind of response from the mayor or anybody in regards to this?
No, I mean, I sent that letter to the feds asking them to inspect, but no, he did not respond to me.
And you've had, and I know you were called by the FDNY too, right?
We sent that letter both to the buildings commissioner and the fire commissioner, and unfortunately neither of them responded. I mean, the mayor sent the letter to the federal government after we did that, so we took that as their action, but it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that the city's building code and fire code appear to be being violated, and they're not doing anything about it.
And one last thing really quickly, I know you've been going in almost every week, and there was a report of a young, now 7-year-old gal getting detained. Can you comment on this escalation of citizens' detainments? When you start seeing men, now we're seeing women, now we're seeing children?
It's, appalling. I mean, once things are lawless, you don't know how low they will go. That's why it's so critical the federal court did what they did last week, and we'll hope that the ICE agents follow what the federal court requires.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's nice to hear.
Okay. Let's go.
Unvaxxed! Lander!
I just want to say thank you for going to work. It's inspired me to
And I gotta tell you, growing up as first, second generation Jew in America, like probably every other person my age growing up as a Jew in America, learned the story of what happened in the 40s, when it was a time that immigration and refugees were shut out of America, and the right-wing nationalist folks, the right-wing haters, the actual anti-Semites, the racists, were opposed to letting anyone in as the Holocaust began. And to those that want to turn away refugees, I just want to bring up the example of the St. Louis, the ship that was turned away from American borders, packed with refugees, and turned back to die. So we won't let that happen again. We remember our true history and our true values. We are for a America that can be the best it can be, the best it ought to be, and that absolutely involves immigrants and refugees, and treating them with the same human compassion we expect to treat all of our neighbors.